Hi guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor and your leverage for change. Today I'm coming to you not with a specific subject area. Well, I shouldn't say that. It is a specific subject area in that today I really am just pouring out my heart to you and some concerns that I have that I'm seeing and that I think can be addressed and should be addressed. And it is making, it is causing a lot of problems, emotional problems, just problems in families, in relationships. And my primary area of study is marriage and family, right? That was my focus when I did psychotherapy. And although I work primarily with individuals who are having problems in relationships, and so I work on them to help them to become a better person, the best that they can be, so they can now enter and manage and have happy, healthy relationships. That's my primary focus. Also, changing the mindset, changing those subconscious programmings and belief paradigms that may have kind of dictated how they move through the world or don't move through the world. Some are stuck. And so I kind of help to unravel all of that. And really, it's just done with conversation. And then I give tools to kind of manage that and help them to move from one place to the next. But my primary conversation today is not all about that. I mentioned that my training was in marriage and family therapy because I see so much problems happening, and it stems from families. It stems from our families, your families. Families are meant to be the rock, the support that you have as a child and as an adult, as you grow up and you're navigating the world. You want to know that you can depend on your family to be there for you when you need them. But the problem is there are some misguided way of being in a family that sometimes causes serious pain and hurt to, it could be one particular family member, or it's just a very toxic cycle of negativity and mess in that family that just perpetuates through the entire family. And not only does it perpetuate through the entire family, those family members going out now to have relationship with other people, it perpetuates into that family and continues and just spreads like a damn wildfire and disease, right? And you can tell I'm a little bit passionate about this because I see it all the time. And I've been getting comments on my YouTube videos that really concern me and really shows how important it is for the family to really take charge of parenting, especially starting with the parents, guys. Starting with the parents, we have as parents, we have responsibilities to guide, to grow up our families, our children in a healthy way that they can go out into the world and do their thing and then have families of their own and just continue that process. But the problem is a lot of times as parents, we have children and we just neglect our children at the expense of maybe work or some other thing that we want to do, and we don't realize that we have to train them up in a way so that they are fully equipped when they leave the home to go into to go into and have their own families and still maintain a healthy boundary with you as their parents. Because guys, you're not meant to keep your kids for the rest of your life. Sorry to tell you that. But you weren't given them to keep them and hold on to them, and then they can't get out into the world and do the things that they need to do in this world. Each child has a purpose just like you do. And you should have been working on your purpose so that this child sees an example in you working on your purpose so that they go forward now into the world knowing that they have a purpose. They have to get married, have children, just like you did, right? But don't have that, feel that pressure to have to be there for you every single minute of the day at your beck and call and whatever it is. Yes, they should take care of you. They should be there for you when they need you. You need them. But you should also have your own life. You should also have your own life, your own things that you love to do, your hobbies, the things that you want to go travel, have a job, something that you do, whatever it is. But you cannot, because you have a child, try to control the child even into their adulthood to be there for you all the time. You cannot do that. And I see a lot of children, especially if one parent is missing, they parentify that child. Or maybe if it's an adult, an older child, usually the first child in the group of children that you have, you make them now into parents. You make them now into being responsible for their younger siblings, fully responsible. They take them to school, they feed them, they bathe them, and yes, you're working, but you have to, you have to be able to manage, not also, when you see your child helping, not make them feel as if they must do it, or, make them feel bad if they don't do it. There is a lot of blame that is assigned to a child, and then they feel as if they have to please you with despite the way they feel, and and maybe some parents even curse their children and tell them how horrible and stupid they are, or all kind of different emotional abuse. And these things, guys, it goes down. Now the thing is that I have to say this as well. A lot of parents have learned this from their parents. They think this is normal. They have just accepted it as normal, and so they now do the same thing to their children, right? Same thing to their children. They speak to them in horrible ways. And as I mentioned in other videos, that words are so powerful. Emotional abuse is one of the worst things because it lasts for the rest of your lifetime. That person believes it, especially when they're children and they don't question it. They believe what you tell them, and then they go out into the world with that belief, seeing their life and everything that comes before them through that lens. You are stupid. Okay, so I am stupid. They have internalized that. So why would I even go to school? Why do I even try to learn anything? I'm stupid. And that perpetuates through their entire lives. They become failures in society because of the words that you speak to them over and over and over again. The neglect, feeling like they're unworthy, feeling like a child, a child will start to feel that they are not worthy of love, of somebody caring for them, right? A child will feel as if they are a bother. Some people tell their kids they wish they were never born. Can you imagine hearing that as a child from the person that is meant to take care of you, to love you? So these are the things that as parents, guys, we have to be so careful of. I understand that you may have learned that from your parents and you're operating from a subconsciously to how you treat your children, but you can change. You're an adult, you can change. If you do that to your kids, seek help. Find out why it is that you're treating your kids like that. It is not right. And you cannot, after you have several kids, now try to get one of the kids to be in charge and take on the responsibility of all the other kids. That is not right. That puts so much pressure on a child. It's a child. Right? And unfortunately, the reason why I even have to come on this is just to say that, it's so sad that we, as families, as family members, we look to each other for support, right? Which is how it should be. But it should not be as support so restrictive, as if it's choking the heck out of your life, that you feel you just have to do this. That is not support, that's manipulation. That's manipulation. Oh, but I always did this for you. That's manipulation. Yes, your job was to take care of your kids. And yes, when they get older, they should take care of you when you need them. But you should not just sit back and say, okay, well, I did that. Now you all just need to take care of me, and just sit there like a big lump on a log and not live your life as well. If you're not in a hospital bed somewhere laid up and can't do anything, then your children need to be able to go out and build lives, healthy relationships of their own, build healthy careers, have a responsibility, and come back and take, do the family thing. Yes, go visit you, take you groceries, whatever it might be. But when a child is made to feel that they have no boundaries, that whatever you say they have to do, right? When they were children, they grew up like that. and as they grow up older, and as they get older, then, they still have this thing that they have to do this, and they have to do things. And especially when they do the things, if they do what you want them to do, then you are happy and you treat them nice. But if they don't, then you curse them out and you treat them badly, and distance them and all that kind of stuff. That's not what parents or caregivers do. That's not healthy. And so if you're treating your children like that, and not allowing them to have boundaries, and not allowing them to go out and spread their wings and grow on their own, not giving them that freedom to grow and have healthy relationships with other people, there's something that you need to work on as well. As parents, we think that we're perfect, or we know it all. We don't. We're just living from, we had children probably young, especially in my generation. Some people had kids at 15, 16, no, not 18, 20, that kind of age, right? Get married early and then they have kids. They were kids themselves, and they learned all this toxic way of behaving from their parents because that's all they knew. Now you're older, you can change that toxic behavior that is going to permeate from generation to generation to generation. If you treat your kids like that, they're going to treat their kids like that. They're going to treat their kids like that, and it's going down as a cycle into every generation. You can stop that right now by changing how you interact with your kids and with your family members. Your family members are family members. They're not your it's not something that you own. It's not your property. They're not your property. Each person needs to be free to live their own life, build their own dreams, have their own communities without feeling guilty. Of course, still interact with family, but there is a boundary which can be crossed. When you expect your children to be, I call them, they have to be here right now. They may be married and have kids of their own. Unless you're dying or dead. I mean, well, not dead, but unless you're dying or really serious. Yes, right? You call them and tell them it's urgent. If it's urgent, yes, but not when you just want to kill a roach or something up in the roof, and you're going to get your kid coming from all the way across town to come kill a roach. Ask your neighbor. That's what you have neighbors for. Form social groups of yourself around you so that you're not so dependent and constrictive in your own little circle that you have to have your kids around you 24/7, 365 days a year, and if they cannot do that, then you make them feel guilty. I got a really sad comment on one of my videos about a young person who is just 30, and he feels that he needs to manage because his father died when they were younger. He needs to take care of his entire family at 30. He needs to take care of their emotional needs and all of it, at the beck and call. And he feels this pressure of all of this responsibility at this young age. It's not right, guys. That's not what families are for. That's not what parenting is for. This is what creates all those really toxic and attachment styles that prevent an individual from going out into the world and having healthy relationships. Well, I know I kind of said my piece, and this is really it's a wake-up call, really. It's a wake-up call because nobody talks about these things, because I guess most people are afraid to talk about it because of the backlash they might get. But I've never been really one to be afraid of what people think or say. I am just concerned about what is right. What is right? I don't live off of people's thinking that I'm all that. I know I'm all that in God's sight, right? So I don't need people's accolades or whatever it might be. Yes, every time I come on this video, I come here to speak the truth, and I come here to speak it in love. But sometimes the truth hurts. It hurts, and I'm hoping that you can look past the hurt of this reality and this truth that I'm speaking to you, to see that we all, as parents or caregivers and as family members, be more aware of some of the trauma that we are inadvertently causing our other family members and our children by the way we behave, the things we say, the things we do. We have to be careful, guys. We have to do better, because families form the base of society. And of course, this is why you see society is in such a mess these days, because the family is broken. The family is broken. The family system is broken. And this is just my little piece of just bringing it to the forefront of your mind, because we all go out every single day and do our thing and get busy doing all kind of stuff and don't realize how our actions as a member of a family, as an individual, affects others. All right, guys. So I hope I know that I probably won't get a lot of likes on this one because it's a hard thing to hear, but sometimes you need to hear hard things. All right, guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor and your leverage for change. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.